Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory! No, I'm kidding. This isn't Game Theory, I promise. I know you were tricked by my genius impression, but this is not Game Theory. This is not Game Theory. This is life theory, okay? I'm talking about life today. I got my VTuber, my fake life, and I'm talking about real life with my VTuber. Because I'm a nerd, and I like VTubers. I don't know. It depends on the VTuber, but and their personality mostly. But I like looking at VTubers, like they're generally very cute, and I like that. Anyway, today's video is about relationships as a teenager. No, not relationships in general, not relationships as an adult, not relationships as a child. I don't know. Do those even exist? Like I know you can have a relationship when you're a child, but you can't go on dates, you can't hang out, like you can go on play dates, but like that's not the same. Some people are like 9 years old and they're like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." Sure, sure you do. Sure you do. Sure, okay. Whatever you wanna be. Okay. Like I don't judge. I don't judge. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Today I'm talking about relationships as a teenager because those are really big these days. Like relationships in general are big these days. Like everyone's like, I need a relationship, I need a relationship, I need a boyfriend, a girlfriend, and a partner. I need someone in my life. And I agree. Like I'm not judging people like that cuz I'm the same way. I really want a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever. I don't really care. But I need partnership in my life because I'm a really lonely person and I start talking to myself. I have 14 ego states, by the way, so I talk to myself all the time. But I get really lonely really quickly, so I really need a partner, like someone to just hold me down, you know, like for real. But anyway, enough about me. I'm talking about relationships in general, not my relationship. I don't have one. Just relationships in general. Oh, my heads went down. Okay, I'm sorry. By the way, before we get into this, and before I forget, I want to talk about this VTuber software. It's called Webcam Motion Receiver, I think. I think that's what it's called. See, you can use this for a lot of things, but I use it mostly for hand tracking because, well, hand tracking is really good and it's generally very expensive. But this $2 a month, $2 a month, two. That's three. I'm trying to say two, but my hand sucks. it's not it's not the avatar maker's fault because they didn't make it for this program. They didn't make it for hand tracking at all. But like these bones do not bend. This was made for Quest PC VR chat. Um these bones don't bend, I swear. They don't. uh, but alas. $2 hand tracking. It's really cool, really nice. If you're willing to spend $2. And if you don't have a bank account, you can just go buy a vanilla gift card for $25 and you have it for an entire year. That's an entire year of the stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, back onto our topic today. We're talking about relationships as a teenager. Now I'm gonna start off with the bad parts. Cause I think the bad is important. I think the bad parts build it. They make it. Life isn't life without the bad, okay? Like, not to be depressionist or anything. I don't even know if that's what it's called. But, like, someone with depression, I have depression. I'm not trying to be like that on video. Like, I'm trying to be happy, okay? But I gotta talk about the bad parts. Cause if I don't, people are gonna be like, oh, but what about these bad parts in the comments? And I'm like, don't. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little energetic. I just got sent home from work for throwing up and I'm gonna lose my job because I get sent home all the time for throwing up. But it's okay. We're not venting about that today. That's for a different video. Back on the topic, relationships as a teenager. Bad parts. I'm trying to get my hand in frame. One. Sorry. One, They don't last. Why do they not last? Teenagers are emotional. Teenagers are emotionally just a wreck, like, for real. I'm a teenager. I'm 16. I'm in the prime teenage years. I would know. Teenagers do not have regulated emotions. Most do not. None of my friends do. Well, none of my teenage friends do. I don't. That might be because I'm mentally ill, but same thing if I weren't mentally ill, right? Like, that's what I assume anyway. I don't know my future. I don't know. Or alternate realities, I mean. But teenagers don't have emotional maturity. They are like wrecks. They're always having a problem. They're always up to something. I swear. Teenagers, they're so. Teenagers take too much energy. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna say that because that sounds really creepy, but I promise I'm not a creep. I promise. But anyway, so relationships don't last. Teenagers don't have emotional maturity. They don't have experience. They don't have jobs. Okay, you can't get a job until you're 16, 15 at the earliest with a work permit. Like you can't take someone out on a date without a job. Like unless you save that birthday money all year, you're not taking someone out on a date before you're 16, okay? Like you can't drive either. You can't drive before you're 16. 17 in some states. Like I know in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, you can't get a learner's until you're 16. But in my state, Georgia, you can get your license, like your full license when you're 16. That's what I'm talking about, your full license. Because if you only have your learners, you can only drive there with an adult, and that's basically a play date. Like that's not a real date, I promise. Like it can be. Like I'm not shaming people. I'm not shaming. I'm sorry. I don't want to shame people. But if your parent is there, that's not a date. That's like a play date, okay? Like for real. Um maybe your parents are like dating and you're dating and you like go on a double date. But other than that, I don't think that would happen because that would be kind of like legally considered incest. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my lighting here so I get better tracking, you know. But you you don't have a lot of stuff as a teenager. Like until you're 16 or even 17 in some states, you just can't get stuff. Like it's really hard. You don't have money, you don't have a car, you don't have emotional maturity, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. It's hard. It's hard as a teenager, okay? Like I know. I'm a teenager. I would know. Okay. Now that I've talked about all the bad stuff, all that bad stuff, it's time for the good stuff. That's what this video is about. I was only talking about the bad stuff so that like whataboutism people wouldn't be like, what about all this bad stuff, by the way? Like there's so much bad stuff about relationships as a teenager. I know and I care, but I don't care. That's not what this video is supposed to be about. But, you know, people like that exist. And I would know. I'm on Twitter all day. All day. Except for when I'm at work, which isn't very often because I get sent home from work all the time for throwing up. But, okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. You get experience in several different ways, like several different types of experience. First off, you get experience as a person. Like you get experience as a person. Like I look like a rapper right now. What's going on? My arms need to go down. I'm sorry. I'm so caught up in this tracking stuff. But like I'm sorry, my hands are glitching everywhere. Bruh. Okay. Anyway, you get experience as a person. Like, you get life experience. You get experience for the future. You get good future experience. You get future experience. Like, you build up your experience to be an adult. Because someday you're gonna be an adult. You're going to be an adult. I promise you. If you're a teenager now, you're gonna be an adult later. I promise you. It's guaranteed. Even if you die, I believe you're gonna be an adult in the afterlife. Because that's like the prime of your life, honestly. Like when you're 25. That's an adult. Yeah. That's when your brain finishes developing, right before your brain starts decaying. Yeah. I know science. Yeah, totally. I'm not making this up. Source? Trust me, bro. Okay, but yeah, you get that type of experience, but you also get emotional experience, which is really awesome. Like you get experiences in the form of memories, like emotional memories, good memories. Like one day you're gonna look back on your childhood and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, that was so embarrassing. Oh my goodness, that was so fun! Yay! Oh, my hand's losing itself. And like, oh my goodness, that was so crazy, bro. Who thought of that? Who did that? Who let us do that? You know? I'm sure you've already thought of that. Like, if you're a teenager, you're probably embarrassed of your childhood self, but you're also like, hey, I had a lot of fun as a kid, you know? Like, I had a lot of fun as a kid. Like, a lot of fun, actually. I'm thinking about my own childhood now. Sorry. I don't mean to derail this with my own experiences. Maybe I'll tell a story. But you get a lot of good memories as a teenager. Like, that's a great time to make memories. Like you're immature enough to do crazy stuff, but you're not immature enough to do stupid stuff, right? Okay, maybe you are. Maybe you are. I am. I'd be doing stupid stuff all day. But like you're not just like walking out into the crowd and peeing yourself. Like not that type of stupid, okay? That's baby talk. That's not teenager stupid. Teenagers make emotional mistakes and lie and cheat and steal or whatever. Jump off a bridge. Not like not like death, but like, you know, jump into a river, you know? It's that type of bridge. I don't mean to end your life. I do not mean that, I promise. But yeah. So you make a lot of memories in a relationship, a lot of good memories. And sure, they come with bad memories, especially if you break up. But there's a lot of good memories to be made in a relationship. Like, for real. There's so many. Like, you can do so many things. Like your first kiss. Your first time holding hands. Can I do that with this hand tracking? First time holding hands. I don't think I can. Your first time holding hands. Oh lord, I look like an animatronic over here. But yeah, like your first time holding hands, your first kiss. Sorry. Ooh, I can't even do it. I'm sorry. Like your first kiss, your first time holding hands. You know, first time having someone walk you home that's not your mom. Um, like there's a lot of good experiences to be in a relationship. Like your first date, and not even just firsts. Like any kiss, any date. There's so many good things to come out of a relationship, even if it ends badly. The point of life, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, the point of life is to make good memories that you can take with you to wherever you go, wherever you believe you go. I believe in heaven. I believe in heaven. And I think I'm gonna take all these good memories to heaven. That's what I believe. But that's my belief. But the point of this life is to make good memories and relationships to take to the future, wherever that future is. Okay? That's a little philosophical. I don't like getting into that here cuz, you know, some people uh some people sorry. I'm not trying to be rude to anyone. I'm not trying to pick on anyone. But some people are really negative and they're like, no, there is no afterlife. There's nothing after this. There's no point. Well, if there's no point, then why don't you just go death? Like, for real. If there's no. I'm sorry, I'm being really rude. But So my belief is the point of all of your experience, any experience you have, is to make memories, good or bad, maturity, growth. It's all about memories. And that's what a relationship gives you. Tons of memories. Like you're spending tons of time with one person. One. I don't mean two, I mean one. One person. It's tons of time with one person, okay? And when you're spending time with one person, you learn a lot. You get a lot of stuff. Like, it's different from your school friends. Like, you see them for a few hours a day. Like, every day, maybe. But you don't hang out with them. Maybe you do. I've never actually been to school. I shouldn't talk about school. I'm gonna embarrass myself. Sorry. Sorry, guys. But I'm serious. Being in a relationship with someone is really different. Okay? I promise. it's a different type of companionship. And it's a really good type. And I do not shade any teenagers who want to be in a relationship, who get their heart broken, who are sad and lonely, because I'm sad and lonely. Like, I want a relationship too. I've gotten rejected by like 3 guys this year. But rest, case aside, case in point. What am I trying to say? I know I don't want to talk about next, but I'm trying to make a transition, but I don't know what I'm talking about. So, sorry, I was like scratching my nose from both sides and it just looked like I was like digging in my mouth. uh, but yeah. So you get experience, you get life experience, you get memory experience, and you also learn about yourself. Not relationships, not the other person in the relationship, but yourself. Wait, yourself. 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 Okay? You learn a lot about yourself. Like, for real. You learn about your own personality, your own boundaries. Oh my lord, it's tracking, bro. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. You learn about a lot of your personality, your boundaries, what happens when you get mad, what happens when you get sad, what happens when you get heartbroken, what happens when you get angry, what happens when you get heartsick, what happens when you get jealous. Like, you learn so many things in a relationship about each other and yourself. And you learn about how you interact with other people too. Like, it's not just how you are by yourself. It's about how you are with other people and how you interact with other people and your boundaries with other people and boundaries you should set with other people, boundaries you don't need with other people. I'm sorry, my hands, I'm moving too fast. I need to slow down. My hands are moving too fast. But yeah, like boundaries you set with other people, boundaries you set with yourself, boundaries you set in a relationship, boundaries you set with friends, boundaries you set at school, boundaries you set with employers, boundaries you set with coworkers. You learn all this stuff in a relationship. Maybe not all of that, maybe not the coworkers part, unless you're dating a coworker, which I don't recommend. Unless you're like, I don't know. That depends. That depends. But I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about the morality of that. That's a complicated topic. I've never done it before, so I don't have any experience. But you will learn a lot about yourself in a relationship. And I believe that's really important. Like, of course, learning about others is important and getting maturity is important, but learning about yourself, like, I'm sorry, these hands. But learning about yourself, oh my goodness. But learning about yourself. Learning about yourself. Yourself. Learning about yourself. I'm sorry, I'm trying to point at you, but it's hard. Learning about yourself. Okay, learning about yourself is so important. It's gonna save you so much time and pondering and philosophy and therapy and all that if you just learn about yourself early, okay? Like, relationships are good on so many levels as a teenager. I mean, of course relationships are good as an adult. Like, thumbs up to that. Thumbs up to adult relationships. But as a teenager, I know relationships as a teenager don't last. Usually. I'm not saying they never last. Not trying to jinx anyone, but they do. They don't last most of the time. Most of the time, you break up for so many reasons. Like, someone moves away, someone goes to a different school, someone just grows up and changes. Maybe you just drift apart. So many things can happen when you're a teenager to your relationship that they don't last most of the time. And as sad as it is, that's okay. Relationships, not all relationships are supposed to be permanent. Most people in your life are going to come and they're going to go. They're going to come and go. You're not going to have very many lifelong friends, lifelong relationships. As sad as that is, it's good. It's good. Change is good. Change is good. So is experience. And you get a lot of that from meeting different people. That's emotional experience and memory experience. Like, good memory experience. Like, you get a lot of that from friends, but a lot from a relationship. And that is why I believe in dating as a teenager. Once you get a car and a job, because going on dates without that, very hard. Very hard. It's very hard. I promise. It's very hard. But like, oh my goodness, what is my hand doing? But all that aside. Wait, what am I saying? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have this scripted. I'm literally just ranting. But seriously, relationships as a teenager teach you a lot about the world, yourself, other people, relationships. This looks so janky. I'm sorry. I need to stop. But like, relationships as a teenager teach you so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. I've already said it all. It's up to you guys to find a good relationship, to make good memories, and don't get too heartbroken when it doesn't work out. Because you need to be thankful for what you get. Not everything's permanent. Most things are not permanent. Very few things are not permanent. Like, it is rare to find something permanent. Other than marker. I still have permanent marker on some of my shirts. And my wall. But that's not important here. The point is, many things go. They come, they're good for a while, and then they go. And that's a good thing. Because if everything were the same every day, you would get bored, and you would probably, death. That's not good. That's not good. I know some people like routine, but I promise, you do not want to live every single day the exact same. Like, yes, routine. Routine is good. I'm not denying that. Like, I love my routines. I love my routines. But you need to be open to change. Because change is good. And it can bring so much good. And give you so much lifelong good. Like I said earlier, I believe the point of life is to make good memories. And you can't make good memories if everything's the same. So, yeah. Relationships as a teenager good. That was my main point of this video. This like turned into a life lesson. I'm sorry. I mean, it's supposed to be a life lesson, but not about that. It's supposed to be about relationships as a teenager. I'm sorry. But, for real. Yeah. So, tell me in the comments. Tell me. Did you learn anything from this video? If you didn't, tell me that. Because maybe I'm just stating the obvious. I don't know. A lot of teenagers my age seem to know this. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this in a video. Whatever. But some of them don't. Some of them are like, you know, dating as a teenager is pointless. I should never date until I'm like 20. Like, okay, you do you. You do you. You do what's best for you. I'm sorry. You do what's best for you. But maybe dating is the best for you. Like, I can't make your decisions for you, and I can't tell you to get a relationship. Like, that would be weird. Pretty weird. I wish I could make expressions on this, but I can't without. It's complicated. I won't explain. But I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But it's a good idea to consider dating as a teenager because you get so much stuff from it. Okay? You really do. Don't be afraid to date as a teenager. Like, it's okay. It is literally okay. It is okay if it doesn't last. It's okay. That's the point of it. Well, maybe not the main point, but that's a big point of it. Is like, relationships don't last. Like, most relationships don't last. Most friendships don't last. Most families don't last. Unless they're like written down in a history book, which most people aren't. But the point is, if you're a teenager who is afraid of dating, who's afraid, not choosing not to because of bigger things or not able to, but someone who's afraid of it. Like, you're just like, oh, it's not gonna last. I'm never gonna find love as a teenager. Maybe I will later. But the point is, it doesn't last. That's the beauty of it. That's what I mean. It's not the point of the relationship. It's the beauty of it. That it doesn't last. And you get so much to learn and experience and just remember in the future. Like, you seriously get so much from it. Like, for real. Okay. Long-winded video. I'm sorry this is so long. I talk too much. The point is, if you're afraid, don't be. Relationships are good. They're made to give you experience. Okay? Now, tell me in the comments. Tell me. I'm interested. I'm actually interested. What was your first relationship? Like, your first relationship? I wouldn't say, like, your first 9-year-old teenager. 9-year-old what? 9-year-old teenager? What the frick? 9-year-old relationship. Like, I don't consider that very serious. Like, you can't do anything as a 9-year-old. You just see each other in school and play dates. Like, that's not a. I don't think that's a relationship. I mean, it is. I'm not invalidating it, but that's not very serious. If you get what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to judge. Seriously, it's not very serious. But tell me in the comments, what was your first relationship? What was it like, at least? Don't drop names. Don't do that. Unless they're chill with it. Like, they need to be chill with it. Don't just drop names. Name dropping your exes is not okay. But tell me about your first relationship, okay? If you're an adult, tell me about your first teenager relationship. Or if you're a teenager, tell me about your first relationship. Like, I want to hear about your experiences. And don't just talk negative. This video is about the positives. I already talked about the negatives, okay? You don't have to be like, it was so bad. It was 1 month of torture. Oh, okay, you can. I'm not saying you're not allowed to talk about bad experiences, but like, I'm just saying, don't be negative. Like, everything has good, okay? Tell me what you learned. Some good memories, some first times, some good experiences, great things you learned about yourself, about them, about your boundaries, about just relationships in general. Just tell me. I want to see your comments. Comments. Your experiences. You can comment several experiences. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. Like, you can write up a whole paragraph, a whole story in my comments. I will read it. I read all my comments. I'm kind of a no life, even though I have a job. I have 2 jobs, actually. One's online, though, so I don't know if that counts. But it's something I do for money. But seriously, Tell me about your relationships. I want to know. I'm nosy. I want to know, though. Like, seriously, tell me about your experiences in your relationships. Like, tell me. Okay. I think this video is long enough. It's 30 minutes. That's a lot of time for a video about relationships. Like, this isn't even scripted. I just, like, sat down and ranted for 30 minutes. But yes, I believe that's enough of this, and enough boring you with my, oh, comments. I do want you to comment, though, please do. If you don't have a relationship to talk about, tell me about your first best friend, okay? Just tell me. I want to know. Okay. Now, I believe that is enough for this video, and if it's not, that's pretty crazy. And yes, this avatar I'm using is made by Skibbles. It's called the Pando. I'm using V3, the VTuber version. It's made for VR chat, so you can use it for VR chat really easily. I also have a tutorial on uploading VR chat avatars in case you don't know how. So, like, you can buy this avatar and just upload it to VR chat. I did make the texture myself. You can't get this texture. It's mine. Like, it's one of my characters. So, please don't ask me for it either, because it's mine. I'm greedy, I'm sorry. But, yeah. So, this avatar is the Pando made by Skibbles. He didn't ask for credit, but I figured I would. And I believe that is enough of me talking. So go check out my other videos. Most of them are not like this, but I'm hoping to make more like this. Because this is really fun, just sitting down talking with my VTuber. Like, my VTuber is so cute. My VTuber is seriously cute. Like, you can't deny it. It's a little unsettling with the eyes being wide open. I do have expressions that can change that. Like this. Maybe I should have used a different expression. Like, that one's a little more calm. It's a little more calm, actually. I like that. Maybe I should have used that. Oh, it's sad. Yeah, I have a lot of expressions on here. But that's not the point. So yeah. My point is, I have a lot of videos. Most of them aren't like this yet. Maybe they will be in the future, because I do like talking. It's very fun. I talk a lot. I don't talk a lot in real life, actually. I only talk a lot when I'm recording, because I don't talk a lot in Discord either, but rest assured, I will make more videos like this if you like this content. I hope you enjoyed my voice. If you don't, I hope you enjoyed my point. If you didn't enjoy that, well, I don't know why you're still watching. This video is pretty long if you don't like it. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this. And go watch my tutorials. I do a lot of drawing. I'm hoping to make a drawing tutorial. I'm trying to upload it. I promise. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes long, and it takes forever to upload. And it failed twice. I tried to upload it twice, and it didn't work. Oh my lord. Okay. But yeah. So I believe that is enough talking. Finally, I'm ending this. I promise I am ending this. Now, okay? So, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Like, it was just Christmas yesterday. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Like, Christmas was yesterday? Huh? Like, I've been waiting all year for Christmas. Not really. I mean, I love Christmas, but I'm not waiting all year for it, you know? But I did get a lot of cool recording stuff for Christmas, which made this video possible. Like, I got the webcam, the ring light. Maybe I'll do a setup show off soon. That would be cool, right? I need to stop talking. This video is too long. Yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your friends. And most importantly, enjoy your relationships, okay? Your teenage relationships, enjoy them. Enjoy those. I promise. They're worth it. Okay? Now, have a wonderful day. Bye.